Happy Monday, everybody, from the indoor boarded side here at Detroit City Fieldhouse, City Clubhouse. We got Jer with us from Daily Detroit, Alan, Red blending in with the pipes over here in the corner. We are post the club's Q&A with head coach Danny Dichio. I know Dichio's had a very busy Monday. I know he was on Channel 4 Detroit earlier today, but listed some questions, answered some questions that people asked. So first off, let's kind of get everyone's thoughts. Jared, how do you feel after that?
I'm just glad Sarge asked the offense and goal scoring question over any of us, right? He took the weight off of every one of us because that's the number one thing I think anybody cares about. 2024 needs to be about finding the back of the net in every single game.
And for anyone that was wondering, Trevor was as red after John Sarge asked that question. Alan?
I liked hearing about the role he played at Sacramento as somebody that did research on opponents. I think that's a good body of knowledge to bring to this job. He's going to know the players. He's going to know different formations that these teams like to play. So I think that's a pretty valuable set of experience.
Yeah. I love that immediately he said he wants his teams to be aggressive on the front foot. He respects the teams that they're playing as teams in that, but other than that, going right at them and then modify on the strategy. So I think another thing he was saying is that he thought there were players that were good enough at scoring goals, but maybe we didn't provide the service needed to score goals. So that kind of gives an idea maybe of what we're looking for after the rosters was announced. The initial rosters were announced on Thursday, so I think it'll be very, very interesting.
You did mention that there'll be some other pieces coming in.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks, 4 weeks, 6 weeks to really let Trevor loose when it comes to working on that roster, focusing on his Rolodex, his obvious depth of knowledge.
Yeah.
I feel like that's going to be a big asset to all of this. If there's anything of a criticism I've had of the team, it's like everybody's stretched so far, and I feel like we're finally getting the pieces in to let people do their jobs.
And it looks to me like a thing was talked about that. It's the time of days of doing just a one-person job of it. So Trevor wants to be able to bring the players that can come into the squad, and then it's up to the new gaff to mold them into the way that he wants this team to be for 2024. So I think exciting times lay ahead. And for anybody that was wondering kind of as far as the off the field, the coach did bring off some of the community initiatives and parts that they were part of, whether it's Sacramento or his time in Toronto, and highlighting that about the community club and to being there for the community. So, I mean, I enjoy it on there too. We'll get to ask the questions about the music, folks. Don't worry about that. So, just keep your beats on the ones and twos, and I'm sure like Brian and them are probably messaging each other with like hot picks for 2023 going into 2024. Red, what do you got?
I like the fact that I liked his focus with his history as QPR and talking about like his upbringing and how the club that he supported most of his life is the community club in his own backyard. So That's one thing that I absolutely trust about Trevor and him being put in that position to make that decision. I trust the ownership when they hired Trevor, and the fact that they brought somebody on that actually was plugged into what we were doing with the culture of this club, and that seems to be replicated with Trevor's decision. So that's my main concern, is that the club as a whole continues to be an asset for the city of Detroit.
Yeah.
Beyond community service projects and whatnot, you know what I mean? But continually intertwining the club with the community. And so I'm really excited about what I was hearing him say. And so I look forward to seeing it come to fruition.
So, with that all being said, we're day one officially. I know some first dates were technically this weekend. The Danny Dichio era, Detroit City FC. Cheers to 2024. We go onward.